With the MLB season fast approaching, these are my personal top 10 shortstop rankings heading into the 2024 season, so let's get right into it. Starting us off at number 10 is Brewers shortstop Willy Adames. Adames took a step back last year at the bat after having a solid season the year prior. He hit only .217 with a load of strikeouts, but still managed to crank out 24 homers for the Brew Crew. While he's a below-average hitter at the position, Adames makes the list solely for his plus defense, as he was one of the league's best defenders last season. If he can at least hold his own at the plate this year, the upside for Adames is absolutely massive. At number 9, I'm going with Padre Hasson Kim, who just recently moved to shortstop this offseason. Kim has obviously been a premium defender at the position since he stepped into the league, but he notably took major strides at the plate last year. The shortstop hit 17 homers and stole 38 bases to go along with a .260 average. While he did improve his numbers, I don't completely buy him, as he makes sweet contact and outperformed almost all of his expected numbers last year. I think he's still going to be great, but I'm not expecting last year's stats at all. Moving on to number 8, I have Minnesota Twin Carlos Correa, who just had a really disappointing 2023 season. Correa has just never really found his groove last year between injuries and an inconsistent approach at the plate. His defense is still top tier at the position, so you know he's always going to provide you with that, but I think he bounces back with the bat and is closer to the 2022 version. When he's on his game, he's a top 5 shortstop, but I think placing him at number 8 negates some of the downside risk. Now at number 7, I'm going with Seattle shortstop J.P. Crawford. Crawford has been a force as a leadoff man for the Mariners, as he has scored 94 runs and had a .380 on-base percentage last year. He's most definitely not the flashiest player or the one that will carry a team on his own, but he's often come up with clutch hits and defensive plays. Still in his prime at the age of 29, I'm expecting Crawford to have another similar season this year in which he provides solid defense with consistency at the plate. Heading now to the 6th spot, and here I've decided to go with B Swanson on the Chicago Cubs. Swanson was arguably the league's best defender last season, and he also put together a solid hitting campaign, crushing 22 homers. Similar to Adames, Swanson is a top 10 shortstop off his defense alone, but he's a better hitter, so that's why he's higher on the list for me. I think we know who Swanson is at this point, and I just think he's going to put up another season like he did last year. Now we move into the top 5, and at number 5, I have Bo Bichette of the Toronto Blue Jays, who had another sneaky productive season. Bo is such a talented hitter that can drive pitches outside of the zone because of his elite eye at the plate. He's got solid power and speed, and he's more of a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none kind of hitter. His defense isn't perfect, but he still makes his fair share of plays in the field and is overall just a complete player. Bo should have another great year and what should be a better lineup for Toronto. Next is number 4, which I'm going with Francisco Lindor, coming off a monstrous season that saw him hit 31 homers and score 108 runs with 31 stolen bases to go along with them. Lindor can do absolutely everything at the plate, and when he's on his game, he looks like one of the best players in the entire game. He's also a plus defender that rarely makes a mistake in the field. While the Mets lineup may not be as strong as it has been in recent years, Lindor should still be able to put up elite numbers regardless. Moving to the top 3 here, and at number 3 is Philly superstar Trey Turner, who had an interesting season last year. Turner had a disastrous first half last year, followed by a monster second half that was rallied by a standing ovation given by Phillies fans at Citizens Bank Park. Turner is flat out a stud, and I'm willing to forget about his first half because it was probably just a difficult adjustment period for him, and I think that the player we saw in the second half is the one that we will get again in 2024. Now we are inside the final 2, and in the 2 spot, I have fast-rising youngster Bobby Witt Jr., who recently signed a massive extension with the Royals. Witt posted eye-popping numbers in 2024, evident by his 30 homers and 49 stolen bases. Bobby is also a great defender that makes highlight reel plays and is the shortstop of the Royals for the next decade. He's a classic 5-tool player that has sky-high upside and very well could be number 1 by the end of the season, even if his numbers don't improve from what they were last year. And finally, earning the top spot in my shortstop rankings heading into the 2024 season is none other than Cory Seager of the World Series champ Texas Rangers. Seager was just incredible last year, hitting 33 homers and 96 RBIs in just 119 games. He also posted a .327 average alongside a .390 on-base percentage for good measure. He's simply one of the best pure hitters in baseball, and I'm expecting no different this year as he leads the World Series champs yet again. He easily earns the top spot at the position for me. And with that being said, that wraps up my personal top 10 shortstop rankings heading into the 2024 season. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Yet again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.